Hi friends, today let's put Jafar from Aladdin into the spotlight. Jafar is the evil and manipulative royal vizier who tries to get everything he wants with the use of the genie.
I am your master now.
Wait a minute.
Genie, grant me my first wish.
The name Jafar means stream or holy water in Arabic. This character is actually based on the wicked sorcerer and the royal vizier from the Aladdin story from the 1001 Nights.
The royal vizier? Well, that would be me.
There are obviously a few differences between Jafar and the characters he was based on. The main difference is obviously the fact that Jafar is one character, whereas he's actually based on two different characters. The royal vizier part of his character is actually very true to the royal vizier character in the original tale. However, the wicked sorcerer side has many differences. In the original story, the sorcerer tricked Aladdin into believing he was his long-lost uncle and needed his help to get the lamp. However, in the animation, Jafar tricks Aladdin into helping him by being disguised as an old man.
To impress even your princess, I'd wager.
Jafar, can you hurry up? I'm dying in here.
In the original story, the magician decided to leave Aladdin in the cave because Aladdin couldn't give him the lamp back because he was too weighed down with other treasures. In the animation, Jafar leaves Aladdin in the cave to leave any witnesses behind so no one knows he has a magic lamp.
It's mine. It's all mine.
In the original story, the sorcerer deduces that the prince is actually Aladdin using the lamp when he hears that the prince will marry the princess. In the animated movie, it's a lot simpler. Jafar realizes who Prince Ali is when he sees Aladdin with the lamp.
Well, that's it. We're dead. Forget it. Just dig a grave for both of us. We're dead.
In the original story, the magician gets the lamp back by tricking the princess into swapping the old lamp with a nicer, newer lamp. But in the animation, Jafar sends his sidekick Iago to retrieve the lamp for him.
No, really, on a scale of 1 to 10, you are an 11.
Oh, Jafar, you're too kind. I'm embarrassed. I'm blushing.
The original story doesn't end with either the wicked sorcerer or the royal vizier becoming a genie.
Not so fast, Jafar! Aren't you forgetting something? You wanted to be a genie? You got it!
The royal vizier is banished from the country and the sorcerer is actually killed. Jafar's character went through a lot of changes and developmental hiccups before he became the character we know today. In Howard Ashman's version of the story, the bad guy character was known as the Wazir. He had a parrot sidekick named Sinbad and he had several reprises of the song Arabian Nights.
To another Arabian night, Arabian night.
However, the character was poorly received, which meant he needed to be changed. Linda Wolverton was therefore brought onto this project. She used her knowledge of Alexander Corder's The Thief of Baghdad to change the screenplay and Jafar's character. She decided to give the character an actual name and decided to call him Jafar. She also removed the multiple reprises of the song Arabian Nights and most importantly removed the parrot sidekick.
Then she'll have us banished. Or beheaded.
Later, John Musker and Ron Clements were brought onto the project and they too decided to change the antagonist's character. They decided to simplify the character's name by making it Jafar and to keep the parrot sidekick but name him Iago.
Patience, Iago, patience.
At first it was decided that Jafar should be loud, easily agitated and often have temper tantrums. His parrot sidekick should therefore be the complete opposite and be calm, cool and collected. However, this was later changed to actually swap the two personalities. The screenwriters realised having a calm, cool and collected villain was a lot more sinister than a crazy one who's always getting angry.
Moldy, disgusting crackers. Bam! Whack!
Calm yourself, Iago.
Andreas Deha, who is the lead animator for Jafar, was heavily inspired by the character Maleficent. Hence why both of them, for example, wear dark, long, flowing robes with a cape. Deha also decided to have Jafar's face be mask-like. This was to represent the fact that Jafar often hides his true emotions and intentions.
It is necessary to find the princess a suitor. Don't worry. Everything will be fine.
This also explains why Jafar doesn't really look human in the animation.
Go on.
Tim Curry, Kelsey Grammer, John Hurt, Christopher Lloyd, Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart were all considered for the role of voicing Jafar. In the end, however, Jonathan Freeman was hired. Freeman is a big fan of Disney villains, especially Maleficent, Captain Hook and Stromboli. Originally, Freeman was actually going to voice both Jafar and Iago. However, this was changed when Disney decided to bring Gilbert Gottfried onto the project. In 2019, Disney decided to bring out a live-action retelling of this story where a lot of the characters were slightly altered. In this version of the story, we find out that Jafar actually used to be just a common street thief and he worked his way up to being royal vizier.
People like us must be realistic. Us. You see, I was once like you. A common thief.
We also find out a little bit more about Jafar's political motivations. He wanted Agrabah to be feared and respected by all of the other countries in the area.
Which enemies?
Shirabat continues to amass.
Shirabat is our ally.
Was our ally.
You would drag us into a war.
Once Jafar figures out who Prince Ali truly is, he threatens him and decides to kill him personally.
I don't know who you think I am.
Goodbye, Aladdin. No!
This is relatively similar to the animation, where Jafar also has Aladdin killed by throwing him in the water.
Make sure he's never found.
However, the difference is in the animation, Jafar gets the guards to kill Aladdin, whereas in the live action, Jafar personally kills him. Or, tries to kill him. Aladdin survives each time.
He tried to kill Prince Ali.
Jafar.
In the animation, when it's revealed that Jafar has actually been controlling the Sultan, he manages to escape the guards.
This is not done yet, boy!
However, in the live action, he is actually imprisoned momentarily. His parrot Iago manages to get the keys off of one of the guards and releases him from the cell. The way Iago is able to steal the keys off of one of the guards without them noticing shows that Iago was also a thief with Jafar, much like how Abu helps Aladdin.
Abu. There's a time that we do steal, and a time we don't.
We later see Jafar steal the lamp back off of Aladdin on the streets. This is again a huge show of how talented of a thief Jafar is. And it's obviously different to the animation wherein Jafar sends Iago to get the lamp for him. Obviously, the biggest difference between the animated version of Jafar and the live-action version of Jafar is his looks. As I mentioned earlier, in the animation, he had a mask-like face, which means he didn't actually look that human. However, in the live-action, he obviously looks like a normal person.
Remember your place, Jafar.
Remember your place!
If I hear that one more time.
And that's extremely important. With his backstory of being a common thief, he needed to be able to blend into the crowds. And this face doesn't really blend into the crowd. Do you prefer the animated version or the live-action version of Jafar? Please tell me in the comment section down below. And until next time, happy bubbles! If you want to see any of my other Aladdin videos, you can click on the box on the left to find out if Iago is actually a human, or you can click on the box on the right to find out the hidden origins of the mystic blue diamond. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos.